Hello, Vulcan community. Hello, hello. Let me just make sure everything is connected, that everyone can see me. Woohoo. Hello, everybody. When you jump on, give me a hi, give me a hello. What has been happening? How are you all feeling? Hello, New Zealand. I understand this is a bit later for you than it is for us here in Australia. I hope you've all been well and really getting excited about the Vulcan games that are coming up. There will be more coming on that shortly. But let's get a little bit, I'm going to try and be short, sharp and concise for you all tonight so that I know you guys have got a lot on. It's a Monday night and you have a fair bit to prep for the week. Hopefully you've got your food prep for the week and that you've got a bit of family time allocated. So I don't want to take up too much of that. So I'm going to really try and be as fast as I can, but give you guys the best bits of information as I possibly can at the same time. So I just want to quickly check one thing before I do that. Make sure you're coming up on my page. As you're jumping on, give us a hello. Okay. All set. Right, so when it comes to getting the most out of your profile, now, some of you have had a fair few coaching sessions by now. Some of you have not had many at all. And when it comes down to it, the science that backs this profile, this program is absolutely incredible. And I understand that for some of you, it may come as a bit of an overwhelm and a little bit disjointed to what you're used to doing in your normal life. But basically surrendering and trusting to the science that is behind all of this, understanding that all of our lives are stressful and have a lot going on. And when we can understand that there are certain things specific to you that can either have you balanced and functioning well, or not so balanced and functioning far below par. And unfortunately, many people have actually been existing in that space for far too long that they actually don't even know that they're living in this broken, disjointed capacity, rather than actually understanding that through some small adjustments and a bit of an adjustment period, we can actually be living a much healthier, more balanced, energized, functional lifestyle than what we actually ever thought was truly possible. So today I want to give you guys some pointers and some tips about managing stress and how that will have an effect on your body and your lifestyle and everything in between, but also understand how to get the most out of your profile, out of your relationships, and so much more. So please let me know what comes up for you. Let me just make sure I can see the Q&A. Perfect. Okay, so with that being said, it's super important for everyone to know that your profile is set out with all these different tabs. In there, you will see social, you will see mind, you will see lifestyle, you will see fitness, food, genius, and all of these have relevant facts about you. You want to get 10x out of everything that's going on is look at those factors. Remember the sheets and the coaching that you have received. Myself and the other coaches would have gone through with you at some stage of understanding that there are actually certain priorities that are most relevant for certain health types. Those are when life gets hard and everything gets too much, go back to that. I'm going to keep it really simple for you guys. Go back to what is the top priorities. If you're a guardian, it is your social. What's going on in your family? What's going on in your work life? What is stressing you? Is it your stuff that's stressing you, or is it someone else's things that are stressing you? And understand that you are a very strong, resilient human, and you have the capacity to withstand a lot more stress than most people. And not only that, you are also someone who naturally cares. So if you're also in an environment that's not allowing you to nurture and care for people, that is going to stress your genetics. So no matter what you're eating and no matter how much you're training in the gym, if you are not keeping it correct, if you are not understanding that you are naturally a nurturer and that you will naturally take on other people's problems, then you need to come back to that and empty out the bucket of stress and understand that you can only give so much. And if your capacity is that full, you're not giving anything. You're cheating yourself and you're cheating your tribe and your family. So go back to understanding, what can I do to nurture and look after myself that will allow me to give far more to my tribe? If you are a diplomat, your main priority will be environment, your place. So make sure everything's organized, make sure everything's clean and tidy, you know where it is. Are you living in a confinement that has unnatural lights all the time? Is your home full of fluorescence? Or do you have quite a natural atmosphere at home, in your bedroom, things like that? Your bedroom and your home are the places for nurture and replenishment. So if your environment is actually not allowing you to feel nurtured, to feel clear, to feel happy, supported, all of those things, then that is where you need to go straight back to. What is going on in your environment that is causing you a stress without you even realizing it? If you are a sensor, then it is your mind, but understanding that you need clarity, you need precision, you need to have everything set up so that you have a clear, logical way of getting through your day and knowing exactly what you have going on and what you need to get through. If you are a crusader, again, it is the mind, but your mind is more directed to understanding what is my purpose? How can I get from point A to point B the most effectively whilst being on my mission, whilst understanding that as much as you're on your mission, you also need to make sure that you have food intake, water intake, understanding that your mind needs clarity. As much as you are purpose and passion driven, you need to make sure you're having an adequate, effective downtime, which for most of you will be between 7 and 9 o'clock at night, of which is your biggest bang for buck to sit down, rest, do functional movement, meditation, listening to meditations, doing stretching or yoga or whatever it is, working through breath work and twisting and utilizing the spine and creating and encouraging flexibility through the spine is absolutely paramount for the crusaders. If you are an activator, your main thing is move. You learn, think, do, and are best when you are moving. Keep moving. If you're moving too much though, and you are not giving yourself enough rest, everything has a polarity, then you will reach burnout. So making sure that everything that comes up must come down. You must have a plus and a negative to everything being an activator. You guys are amazing. Make sure that you are out there doing the do. Make sure you're having the fun and you're challenging yourself, and know that learning by pain is just naturally how you work, and really rock that out. If you're a connector, you heard it, you're connecting. A connector's main priority is their mind, but it's more about perceiving their environment and their social life. How are you perceiving your social life? If you are a connector and you are locking yourself at home and you're not actually out connecting and thriving and playing and being fun, then you are really holding yourself back, and there's a few more deeper things that need to be gone through with that. If that's the case, please book in a consult with one of our coaches immediately to really have a discussion about what's actually truly coming up for you and what you're holding yourself back from out of fear, stress, resentment, whatever it might be. There'll be something that comes up for connectors that stops them from being the fun life of the party. Guys, this stuff is absolutely incredible, and it can be the sliding scale from whether you are living a really happy, fulfilled life or if you are completely missing the beat. It can be that simple. And then working your way through those priorities. The other one we want to speak about is remeasures. I measured up 5 people here in the gym today, and most of them had significant changes in their body shape. Congratulations to, I'll mention a couple of them. Bill had some massive changes. Braden had some massive changes. There's a couple of others that I'll post later. But guys, you may not realize, and 2 of them had heavier weight on the scales, yet had significant shifts and changes throughout the body. Those shifts and changes throughout the body help us to understand what's really going on in your body with your hormones, with your stress levels. And getting into stress levels, understanding that your body, when it's stressed, will do everything it can to create the ability to go back to safety. And if you keep pushing your body, eventually it will get to the point where it will hurt itself. And there are many people here that I've been dealing with today, and you know who you are, who their bodies have caused them to be injured as an absolute, the body going, you know what, I've had enough. You're not listening to me when I'm stressed. Now I'm going to cause a break, an injury, or an illness. That means you can no longer push me any harder. When you take the stress of your job and the stress of your life, and you pile it on with the stress of being ill or under the weather or not sleeping properly or too much caffeine or not eating effectively, when we take just day-to-day living matched up with all of these things, we end up with a compound effect that will eventually lead to breakdowns, not being able to be at work, not being present for the family, not having your health and your functional movements, which is really what you're all about, right? We choose to live in a space where we actually get to live life and do the things we love. We don't want to come to work. That's not the only reason that we're working. We're working as an effect. We go to work to earn money for, maybe it's our passion and our drive. Maybe we love our jobs. We go to work, then we come home and we have family, or we have relationships, or we have projects or passion projects that are outside of our work. If we are not honoring our safety scope, which for each health type is very different, if we're not honoring that, then we're not getting anything that we want for any of the projects. If we allow one of those to have a hierarchy over the rest, it needs to be a balance. And through this PH360 platform, you can understand what that actually is for you. The food factor. Now, I had someone in today, and they were discussing the fact that they'd had great results, but they were plateauing. And they were like, what do I need to do with my fitness? How can I train more to lose the weight? And I went, let's bring it back, because most of you are probably training enough, or you're probably in too much of a stress state to be actually getting an effective result from the training that you're doing. If that's you, if you're stressed, not getting enough sleep, and you're trying to go into the gym and push your body will push back against you and will go into safety mode, and it will become resilient and support itself through the fact that you're not listening. So it will then lead to, like I said again, injuries, illnesses, and things like this. Your body is very smart, and if you're not listening, it will do the work without your brain understanding it. This might look like a plateau or a failure, but what it actually quite often will mean is you need to come back to basics. And a few of the people today, it was really checking in on, what are you eating and when are you eating it? Are you sitting there having chicken and rice at nighttime and wondering why you're bloated and not getting any results? Are you having, if you are anyone on the right-hand side of the wheel, the connectors, the guardians, the diplomats in some senses, carbohydrates at nighttime may not be beneficial at all to your cause and effect of what you're trying to achieve. If you are on the other side of the wheel, the left-hand side of the wheel, and you're getting by eating 1 or 2 meals and wondering why you've got brain fog and a lack of energy and poor digestion, that's pretty much going to be what it is. So understanding that within your health types will be the key to understanding what will get you out of a plateau and what will support you. Remembering the left-hand side of the wheel is 4 to 5 meals per day. The right-hand side of the wheel is 3 to 1 meal a day, right? And it's quite often, it's the lunch is the biggest meal for these guys. Dinner is quite low. Breakfast will be optional or questionable for each of you. But then the other side of the wheel, it's about having either consistent meals or grazing to 5 meals a day with 2 more considerable serves. Like an activator actually has more carbohydrates and a more substantial meal at nighttime to slow them down and help them become tired. So understanding that there is so much within each of your health types that is so effective for giving you guys the edge, the understanding of what is stress, what is stress for each individual, what is homeostasis for each individual, what's going to assist you at achieving your goals, and then what's actually going to be blocking you from moving further forward. Reach out to your coaches, guys. You guys are at the time now where it is, most of you are due for your next coaching call. It can be anywhere. If you are on a tight schedule and you just want a 15-minute power minute, then book it in and go, Shana or coach, whoever, I have only 15 minutes, but I want to get my next session in. What can we do about my bang for buck stuff? Communicate with your coaches so that we can communicate effectively with you. My last one before I go, I've got 2 points though before I go. Woohoo, we're going nice and fast, 15 minutes. Is, yes, book in your session. Make sure you're getting your remeasurements done with a coach, or if you need assistance with it and you are not able to get to a coach, book that in. If you are experiencing a fair bit of stress at the moment, check yourself before you wreck yourself. Don't get into the gym and try and lift at 90% capacity and expect A, for the strength to be there, B, for the resilience to be there, and for it not to have a catastrophic effect on your body. Lastly, a water challenge, something that's come up a multitude of times for each and every one of my clients in the last couple of weeks. We're not getting enough water. It is so important to be getting enough water in. And especially for the office staff, if you're an office staff member and you are sitting at your desk and you don't feel like drinking water, some of the New Zealand teams might remember this challenge that Sage set for you. When make first point of call, make sure you have a nice big water bottle on your desk at the beginning of your day that is full of water. My challenge to you, and something to help you retrain your brain and create a habit, because we don't achieve anything unless we create a habit. Every time you hear a phone ring or find something in the office that happens regularly, every time that thing happens in the office, you all take a mouthful of water. And I'm not meaning you need to guzzle water, but a mouthful of water. So every time the phone rings, or if it's a mobile phone ringing or something like that, something that happens regularly and consistently, someone walking through the front door, whatever it is, find that within your office and band together to support each other. Because I guarantee you, most of you are experiencing brain fog, poor digestion, poor sleep, and stress because you're not drinking enough water, period. In saying that, if you are an activator, check in with your coach and see how much water you are drinking. Activators actually run drier than the rest of us. They don't require quite as much. Crusaders, as much as this might seem counterintuitive, you guys are the ones that are passion driven and on purpose and wanting to be hyper productive, and going and drinking water might seem counterintuitive because you will, yes, need to go to the bathroom and do a natural thing, which is urinating, which is a wonderful process that the body does to eliminate toxins. If you find this to be a waste of your time, please check yourself before you wreck yourself. These are vital and natural things to do. Guess what it means? It means you get up out of your chair, you move your body to walk to the toilet, to do the thing, and maybe you might see someone along the way that gives you a smile and perks up your day. Then you will come back to your desk, and I guarantee you, you will be far more productive than you were in the first place. So guys, those are the challenges. I want to see better food habits. Check yourself on your food habits. Are you eating to the food list? Are you eating at the correct time? Are you drinking enough water? What are your stress levels? Be realistic. If you are going to the train in the gym and you know that you are running between anywhere under 60% capacity, go and walk or do some moderate cardio. Do not sit there and thrash yourself. It will be a backlash that is not worth your time. But in saying that, that's not me giving you a free ticket to avoid the gym. Still move your body, work through breathing, focusing on the breathing, holding your hand on your belly, breathing into the stomach, breathing back out again, long, slow breaths. Come in and do some foam rolling. Come in and do some stretching. Whatever it is, still move the body and use it, but be realistic, guys. You're all living in incredibly stressful environments, and we are here to help nurture you, to support you and ensure that you are functioning at your best. Any thoughts, any questions, please post them in the link below so that I can get back to you. If I've missed some, then I will follow them up after this and jump into the comments. Nice, fun, fast. Hope that wasn't too fast for you guys. I hope I covered everything. I know your time is precious and I really want to honor that. Have a great week. The coaches are here for you guys in any capacity that we can. Clarity will be coming very shortly about the games. Please hold tight. Don't be overwhelmed. I guarantee you it will actually be quite fun, quite effective, and guaranteed to be a winner for the year. Have a great night, guys.